everyone, welcome to Visual Effects Artists React, the one and only show where we react to bad and great CGI. Today we got some great CGI.
And more CGI.
And we react to it.
So I've seen Kraven. Look, this is, I'm just gonna say, compared to Madam Web, this is an Oscar-winning film. Sorry, Buffly walking into a room. Just anywhere, anytime, like, there's so many shots in this movie where he does something Buffly.
You're right, this is definitely Buffly walking into the room. Like, your arm's slightly out.
He can't touch his ribs with his elbow.
You know what, I would watch a villain movie if they just like got me rooting for the villains and like just let me like root for their evil deeds for the whole movie. It's just them being evil the whole time.
It's hard to be likable when you're a murderer.
Dude, everybody loves Magneto in X-Men.
Let's just say I'm Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Okay, point taken.
Lion.
That's
A ripped
Scar.
lion. That's Scar?
That's Scar from Lion King.
That's cool, they probably used the same model. Oh, they're having a moment? Is he getting lion whispered?
Dude, is the boy Kraven and
Yeah.
is the lion his outfit?
He's craving a better life.
Dimitri, move!
Oh, a little bit of lion blood got into his blood? Ah, it's crazy. It's crazy how that works.
There's one shot in this movie that is, I guess maybe a little bit divisive as far as whether it is CGI or not.
Oh, really?
And I would like for you guys to tell me whether you think this shot is CGI or not.
Okay.
Oh man, do we have another Avatar hands on our hands?
We have a mystic. She had a lot of crazy stuff around. My parents didn't like to talk about it, but she was a very powerful woman. She said it would heal whoever drank it.
Wait a minute, I see it. Wow.
I was just a kid. I didn't know what it would actually do.
It's crazy that they did this.
Wait, what are you looking at?
The acting.
Exactly. Look at what you became.
Oh! What? Go back, just one shot. Okay.
That's so rough.
That shot is not the same as the other shots around it.
Basically generated a shot from scratch to get a pickup.
If they're re-performing her face, it's very well done. Also, notice how like the rest of her head and face don't really move, but it's like the annoying orange a little bit.
No, it's crazy. Her chin literally does not move. The outline of her chin stays locked down while the texture of her chin slides up and down behind her.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. It almost looks like they went in to her dialogue scenes, found her doing different phonemes with her mouth, like, 10 frames of a movement, strung it all together in a new puppeted like mouth shape and like just pasted that onto a still frame along with the blink to like bring her to life. Yeah, actually they're probably just grabbing a moment from when she's sitting there listening to the other actor talk and nothing's happening on her face. And for some reason they're like, we need to get this line pickup, and for some reason we need to cut to the actress as opposed to like just staying on the other actor.
This is pretty funny. We made a crappy video a long time ago that resembles what we're about to see.
So far, that looks pretty sick.
Yeah, good wire work. That's nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Wait a minute. Where are the goats? I knew it! I knew it!
That was rough.
Far Cry Goat Simulator. The moment we saw that matte painting of the castle on the wall, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out the RPG, I was like, wait a minute. Because that was a joke video we did where it was like just ragdolling down the side of a mountain.
Like the CG animals didn't look good, but the joke of falling down a mountain, I think, was working. And this is definitely got me those vibes. All the rocks kind of fade out.
You're right.
All the debris and rocks just
They just fade out.
They just start fading out.
This would be perfect if it was in a corridor video.
Oh, it's about specifically CGI guys falling down a cliff. Here, this is the shot. All right, I'm gonna replicate the shot first, and then you guys get to watch it happen. Here, this is the shot. We've all done this shot before, right? Someone says, say action.
Action.
Now let's watch the clip.
Wait, what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, jump off the Apple box and put a CG plane in there later.
Maybe it's a real plane, but I watched that shot and the way it's framed, I'm like,
It looks so...
dude, I don't know.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure
that's a CGI plane.
They're jumping off an Apple box for that shot.
Dude, they're so scared to move the camera.
Yeah. She's not jumping off of a box. I owe everyone an apology.
She's definitely jumping off a box.
Yeah, she's jumping off the box.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole reason why CGI is used in movies, is to do stuff like this.
I don't even know it's real anymore.
One does not simply kill.
So I mean, I was gonna bring this shot.
Oh,
There's-
spider adjacent.
There's very good 3D tracking in this shot. In this sequence, there's excellent. Most movies these days, I feel like, are an executive or someone, or maybe even a writer. I don't know who's got their hand on the knob, but they're slowly turning up the CGI dial all the way until it maxes out and then the credits roll. That's most movies, I feel like.
What? The throwaway shot of the guy dying.
Throwaway shot of one of the Polar Express characters getting gored.
Pretty good character animation.
Isn't it?
Looks pretty good.
Well, I can't unthink too about like Jordan's like Hulk pants experiment. You know, because like this Rhino guy just totally like morphed, but his pants stayed on.
He buffed through his shirt, but he didn't buff through his pants.
Yeah.
How did he stay on? How did he stay on the truck? Go back.
Centrifugal
Go
force.
back.
Dude, he rhinoceros.
He's on top of it.
You're right. Where did
Why did he not go flying forward?
You're right.
You're right. He should have.
He was clearly just like riding on top and then it hits a wall that doesn't move.
You're right. He should have gone flying.
It's one of those things where it's like this whole sequence is very complex. There's so much going on.
Oh, right into the cow. Oh, he's about to get. You're right. It was Chekhov's sword. Man, all this hand animation though.
It's funny how he like just headbutted a truck that's driving 80 miles an hour, and then like 2 water buffalo managed to like pulverize him.
All right, so I'm sitting alone on the couch all of a sudden. You're probably like, this is a brand integration. I'm gonna skip. Stop, stop, stop. It's not a brand integration. I wanna talk to you about my 3 favorite moments from our extended React episodes. Moments that you didn't get to see on YouTube. Fred North telling the story of how he set the altitude world record in a helicopter and what happened when his motor died at 40,000 feet. David Silverman, the director of The Simpsons, was on the couch here and he told us how to draw celebrities in the Simpsons style. And of course, Sam losing his shit watching Madam Web. Man,
Wait a second, wait, what's going on?
and by the way, you don't have to censor our on the website either. And we can look at whatever we want, including music videos. We don't have to worry about YouTube's copyright strike system. These moments, they're not in the regular React episodes, but they're there on our website because they're intended for true fans of the show, people that really enjoy this. Each episode's about half an hour long actually on the website, quarterdigital.com. Oh yeah, remember when he released that hour-long Tim Miller episode? That was amazing. Tim told us so many stories and opened up to us in a way that I had not expected a big film director and studio head to have done. And on top of the extended React episodes, you get a vlog every Tuesday, a live podcast and hangout with us every Wednesday, a deep dive into the visual effects of one of our projects every Friday with Sam. Of course, the React episodes are a day early, and our Sunday videos, the crew videos, come out a day early with no ads or sponsor segments to worry about skipping. Plus you get a sick smart TV app, plus you get a sick mobile app, plus you get 15% off merch. Oh, did I also mention there's a free 2-week trial? So you can give it a shot and see if you like it and see if you like our shows. And you're supporting an independent studio full of filmmakers that are making their own thing happen outside of the traditional Hollywood system. If you enjoy watching this show every week, consider watching it at corridordigital.com. Like I said, there's a free 2-week trial. Those $4 a month will go a long way in supporting us, more so than just an ad view on YouTube will. You're gonna find some really good stuff at our website. I fell down a little rabbit hole. I came across a rotoscoping demo reel that a guy did of just one shot. And
What?
Rotoscoping is a fine art in filmmaking. It's cutting out things by hand, generally speaking. But these days you have some AI that can help out a little bit. And some of these guys are flexing so hard in their reels. I want to show you guys some rotoscope flexing.
Okay,
Rotoscope flexing.
we are officially entering the nerdiest section of
No, no, no,
VFX
no, no,
art.
no, no, no.
This
good.
is
This
the
good.
nerdiest. This is like coin collectors.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making another restoration video. I'm going to be taking this ancient Roman coin that was minted almost 2,000 years ago.
Oh no. No. Oh no.
He rotoscoped the water droplets!
He rotoscopes the water droplets,
Oh
dude.
no.
Look at that. Insane. Insane.
Oh no.
What a flex, right? What a flex.
I mean, I guess it's like you're doing this shot just so that you can get the rotoscoping job. Congrats, you got the job.
Yeah.
You automatically get the job.
And you'll notice they show the paths around the shapes they're tracing, and they have a bunch of different shapes. And that's because if you're drawing the whole shape in one big by hand pass, you're gonna end up with a really jittery line as if you're trying to draw a cartoon shape, you know, for a figure the same time every time. So by having all these individual shapes, they can just scoot them or move them a little bit. They don't have to redraw the outlines every single frame, and that keeps things a lot smoother and a lot less flickery.
Dude, they rotoscoped his mustache.
This is the craziest rotoscope shot I've ever seen in my life.
What the hell?
He rotoscoped every single hair on these people's heads. That was it. That was it. You just witnessed the most intense rotoscoped job you could ever do in your lifetime right here.
That almost just looks like a hair simulation.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it is real hair and he's just tracing it with lines.
Oh my god. Because it looks like what he's using there is rather than like outlining or painting. Oh, put me to sleep. It's so boring. Look, we like watching VFX artists flex. If you know of anyone who has reels that we should look at, someone who's just flexing all over us, send it over.
Somebody in the comment section on a React video a few weeks ago said, you should take a look at this oil scene from Argyle. Never seen Argyle?
Oh man, I heard it is a wacky, wacky film.
Oh, I see.
Oh my god. That's not how any of this works, but okay. What?
But it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
So that means they have to basically create digi-doubles for I mean, okay, first off, I'm pretty sure most of those people are all CG to begin with, but if anyone's real, they have to make CG digi-doubles for all of them just for the reflections on the oil.
Wren, you're completely ignoring the ice skating on the oil aspect of this.
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure how much of this is real. None of this is real.
None of this is real.
It's all, like all of the environment stuff, all the people.
The people are
most of
probably
the time.
real, but like
I don't think they're real. I think
Here's the thing. They did all this on a real ice skating rink. This is filmed with a real ice skater doing the moves. And they're
Okay.
comping in everything around them. They're comping in the oil slick and the engine
The
room.
world is CGI?
The motion is super important here. They got what matters, which is they have a real person on ice skates. And like all the fluid sims and stuff, like tracked by hand. I don't know, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. Like, it's a goofy scene.
yeah, this is
But-
very impressive. What the heck? Every shot of this facility is not real.
It's all CG.
who's the ice skater? Because it's probably not the lead actress here doing all of these skate moves,
No,
right?
they have a stunt person.
So that means they're doing a head or face replacement on her.
But same thing, like the reflections, they're going and like adding a 3D model, match moving it to the person for the reflection as well.
Ooh.
Cool.
So that means the camera person's probably also on skates a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. I don't know, is it just me, or like stunt prefix is kind of cooler than the movie?
It's
They
because
just
they're
have so
so
much more
raw,
freedom.
you know?
Yeah.
It's because they don't have all the CGI added to them yet.
It's just so tangibly real. That's the thing. It is interesting seeing the moments that they did as an animatic in this previs that they didn't actually physically do for real. Were those shots that they were just like, all right, fine. Those are going to be 100% synthetic in the end, so we're not even going to try to do it for real?
I bet it's a camera motion thing where it's like, you know, requires a certain kind of camera setup and space that they don't have. Because like, let's say it's like, I want the camera to start 100 feet back, but they're in like a tiny previs space. So it's like, well, you know, we can't get that shot right now. Same thing like if it requires like 8 people to be interacting, like that slicing
Sure, yeah.
shot.
Yeah, I love how it's broken up between like, here's shots that we have to previs on the ice specifically, and here's ones that are not going to be on the ice. It's really cool.
Dude, that was really cool.
Yeah, super cool.
That was really cool. This is a short film on YouTube called Solstice 5 Forgotten Archives.
Literally, this guy's art is on like 2 of my computers.
I thought so.
As desktop backgrounds.
I thought that was...
I know. I was just waiting until I was like, you know, wanted to see it on a sweet, huge screen.
He made a bunch of like aircraft carriers and a bunch of ships on those aircraft carriers. And it's like, it's one of those things you can keep zooming in and see more and more detail as you look.
Control the planet, control the world.
Look at that. That's so sick.
It's like, what is that?
That's so sick.
Right?
It's carrying all the ships.
That's the ship carrier that carries the ship carriers.
Yes.
You're right. Yes, you're right. I love it. No, I think
No,
those
no,
are
no, no.
aircraft
See
carriers.
the
spiny one.
The spiny stuff.
That's the space- that's the spaceship.
That's the spaceship.
Yeah.
And those horizontal ships are they're aircraft carriers,
Yeah,
which
and
are
then you
holding
can see-
aircraft carriers,
Which are holding aircraft.
which are holding spaceships / aircraft.
Yep. Paul Shadiason is this amazing artist who does these like huge scale sci-fi structures and just knows how to render them and set them up in a way where you can feel the size of it.
Yeah, he's super legit. He's like the one person who has truly captured scale in rendering.
He doesn't really do comping very much at all, so basically everything we see in the short film is straight out of Blender.
Yeah.
How'd you say his last name?
Shadiason?
Chadesson.
Shadisson. Oh, it's
Shadisson.
French. Okay.
He told me that this morning.
Shadisson. You've already talked to him.
I've been chatting with him all morning.
Nice.
Paul is a concept artist, and he started off by doing literally just 2D concept art for years before finally getting into Blender and doing a bunch of stuff, kit bashing different models, actually doing a bunch of the modeling himself. And then starting a few years ago, he started working on this really cool, ambitious sci-fi project. Humanity in the far future discovers a planet that's super rich in oil, and we just send a bunch of automated factories to the planet to just self-replicate and mine all of the oil.
Yeah, and this piece involves terraforming lasers going haywire and causing a machine versus machine war.
Sick.
But it's like, this dude literally modeled everything we see.
Yeah. It's coral.
Yeah, he basically sculpted a bunch of coral reef out of like just primitive spheres and just made a whole bunch of assets and then kit bashed everything you see here.
Wow. And it's all this work to be like super high detail also. This is the kind of stuff that 4K TVs are made for.
Was considered the most efficient way to facilitate deep resource extraction.
Damn, that's a sim. Holy shit.
This is such a good use of CGI.
There was no way to predict what a smarter system would do. We simply did not recognize that as a possible path to accomplish our
Yeah,
goals.
this is
But
like when everyone complains about like AI chips like taking too much energy and how that's hurting the environment. Those GPUs should be rendering this, and that's not a waste.
Expect the same rules to apply on a planet devoid of any conscious animals? How do you approach questions of ecology or overproduction there? Does it even make sense to ask these questions?
If GPU's power
So-
can prevent us from actually blowing up real nukes in the ocean, yeah, that's a good thing. That is a
Dude, okay, so that sequence right there.
Mouth-watering CGI.
How many nukes did we just see go off? Dozens, right?
Yeah.
That was all one single simulation.
Really?
And it was made in Embergen by a guy named Vasco, I think is his name.
And Embergen is a real-time GPU fluid simulator, right?
Exactly, yeah. Real-time rendering and simulating of all this stuff, but it's inside the Embergen program that is the real-time rendering.
I just need to say, real-time means that it plays like a video game, where you hit play and it just plays. There's no crunching, there's no simulating where it has to sit there and spit out frames later. You hit play and it plays.
What Vasco did here is he simulated this crazy water nuke thing, and it's just an Embergen file with a bunch of metadata essentially on it. So it's just like a few megabytes. And so he emails that to Paul for him to upscale the simulation and render it out on his high-powered computer, because the guy who actually simulated all this did it on a laptop.
Man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And yeah, so it's like, now we have this entire sequence of just this one simulation getting used over and over again in like the best way possible.
So that's Embergen right there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's playing in Embergen. For a moment, I legitimately thought that he just pulled archival footage of the nuclear blast, because it's almost the exact, I know the exact shot that looks almost exactly like this. And I was like, oh, he just used the footage. Really clever. And then I got to look and I was like, no, this is all still rendered. This is not the same shot. Like, my God. And all of those clouds are just VDBs inside Blender.
Yeah.
I think they delete. So he's got an extra sphere in there that's
nice.
actually eating into those
So he's
clouds
doing
and
the
erasing
pressure
them.
wave. Nice.
That shot looks like it's out of the creator.
Hey, Christian, can you just play the nuke sequence from Oppenheimer real quick?
Oh my God.
just
No.
It's been a long time since I watched it. I just want to see it real.
Oh,
But that's real fire.
that nuke is going off.
It's not a nuke,
Oh, man.
but it's real fire. That's, I mean, it's cool.
That was like
Cool looking fire.
Yeah, that first one was reversed, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's like the one cool shot right here.
That's a cool shot right there.
Cruiser to open fire on the nearest Alliance ship. The conflict almost instantaneously reached a planet-wide scale.
Yeah, again, all Embergen simulations here. And look at the lighting from the fire on the ships themselves.
Fought by metal titans.
I love that shockwave.
Wow.
So that shot right there is from our boy Jason.
Jason, boom.
Boom! The shockwave is such a nice touch.
I feel like that the shockwave was probably added later, because you could probably just take a sphere with like a volumetric material and just scale that up.
Yeah.
But to think it was done in Embergen, I just, 3D voxel simulations are cool, but when you get to those ultra high velocity phenomenon, you can't simulate that.
And Sam, you nailed it exactly. He's like, I literally just put a sphere expanding with a fog volume in it.
It's kind of crazy that you can only find pieces like this on YouTube. Like, they don't make movies like this. There's no one making like a Neon
exactly.
Genesis.
I mean, Blade Runner is
Movie
the
like
closest
this. Yeah.
thing.
It's the closest thing.
Denis Villeneuve is like our only hope when it comes to Hollywood filmmaking to incorporate this kind of stuff.
I mean, I want to see more of this series. I want to see where it goes.
Really cool stuff. Nice work, Paul. Hey, you know what? Indie projects like this one, these cool little sci-fi shorts on YouTube, have the sickest visuals. Leave a comment down below for sick little indie projects on YouTube that we should talk about in this show, sci-fi or otherwise. Yeah, the kind of person that walks into a room buffly, but it's with their demo reel.
Sick.
I want to walk away from the couch buffly.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. We're all gonna walk away buffly.
This is what it's like. You're very slow, but buff.
Buffly.
This probably looks so much dumber than it feels.
It probably looks pretty dumb.